everyone, and welcome once again to Geeks Not Nerds, the podcast, and this is our final commentary on Green with Evil. I'm Captain Logan.
A week-long epic comes to a conclusion. I'm Eric.
And now we jump into part 5, where, according to the synopsis on Netflix, the mighty Dragonzord awakens after thousands of years as the Rangers try to break the spell over the Green Ranger once and for all.
So, after thousands of years, so we used this before? I was always vague on that with the Power Rangers thing, which maybe also added to the I thought there was a mythology that there wasn't.
Yeah, I think so. Because it seems like everything in the show is thousands of years old.
Yeah.
Including Alpha 5, who apparently runs on CDs.
Well, or at least he can be infected by CDs.
Well, he looks like he just has a drive in the back where you stick in the CDs. Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go. Everybody, get your CD. get your Power Ranger CD rigged up. Get your DVD or your Netflix rigged up, and get ready to press play. Are you ready, Eric?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Press play right now.
And here I was already with my Sega CD Power Rangers game.
I'm so excited for this. There was no Sega CD Power
There
Rangers.
absolutely was, and it was.
Was there?
Yes, and it was this. It was this set of episodes. It was one of those.
Oh, really?
It was like an FMV where like you would watch the scene and there would be like a lightning arrow that points up, and then you'd press up, and then there would be and if you did it right, you got to watch the whole scene. It was this run of episodes.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool. I did not know that. Well, Eric, I'm just on the edge of my seat. I can't wait to find out what happens.
I can't wait to see how this big dark sword pays off.
Through their amazing ingenuity, the Power Rangers have finally figured out who the evil Green Ranger is. Is this the
Whoa. Amazing ingenuity. They had a computer program run it.
Yeah, that was sarcasm.
Oh, okay. It was so subtle.
I don't know if I wasn't really paying attention before. Was that the first intro that added Tommy, or had they done that before this?
I think that was the first one. I haven't been paying attention either. Hey, we have a new writer on this one. Gary Glassberg.
Maybe this computer totally sucks, and it picked the only person that makes any sense for the Green Ranger to be.
Wait a second. That's kind of pixelated. Let's not jump to conclusions. Might not be Tommy.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Maybe we should just talk to Tommy about it and hear his side of the story.
Yeah, maybe he has a perfectly good reason for becoming the evil Green Ranger.
Or maybe he's not even the evil Green Ranger. Maybe he's just a guy who likes to introduce himself as a nice guy and then becomes evil. See how they're drinking together? It's because they're a couple.
Well, I was gonna say this would be a great trivia question. Like they're drinking cranberry and oyster juice. That's just fantastic. See, here's how evil we are, because we mix two things that don't go together, and one of them's kind of gross sounding.
Well, it might be some kind of
Yes?
I'm trying to remember the word. It might be some kind of cannibalism for Scorpina.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, clams and scorpions aren't like directly.
Would you lose your mind if you found out that cranberry and oysters actually taste really good together?
Do you drink oysters? Is that a thing?
Well, you kind of, I mean, you slurp oysters.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. That just seems weird. Like, that
you never see people watching like Zord fights and stuff on TV like this.
That was a great delivery.
Can you believe this is happening?
It's like he's watching like another wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl.
How is it that we're not evacuating the city over this?
Well, that's Angel Grove North. Angel Grove South.
Okay. Right. That's happening at the Narrows.
Yeah. If Power Rangers is reversed, the slums are all the big buildings. They just smuggle everybody into cramped big buildings. That's what they do there.
Like how Tommy's such a big tough guy, he still goes and works out at the juice bar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where else is he going to work out?
Uh,
Scene I
at
remember that I thought was in episode 2 of him being a jerk to her.
Well, he seemed to be working out pretty well, just shadow boxing at Goldar's apartment.
Wait a second. He works with Rita and knows her identity?
Doesn't seem like he was ever all that concerned with them even knowing his identity or not.
Is that the only exercise machine in there, too?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think they have mats and that thing. They are not worried at all about their legs.
And it didn't look like there was any weights attached to it. Like, he was just kind of like, it looked more like it was like a stress thing. Like, oh,
Yeah.
those Power Rangers. Oh, I'm going to get them.
Push it up. Yeah, yeah. Might as well just get a stress ball and just walk around with it. Oh, it's Power Rangers.
I
Makes
gotta
me so
say,
angry I can squeeze this ball.
Mechagodzilla is one of my favorite. I mean, the Dragon Zord is one of my favorite Zords. He's just Mechagodzilla. He's just Mechagodzilla with some extra stuff on him. He's got missile fingers and everything.
You know, I find myself wondering, out of all of the people that I've heard with ringtones that are the Power Ranger communicator tone thing, I've never heard one ringtone that's da 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 da.
That's because it's calling in. You would only use that ringtone when you're calling out, which doesn't make any sense because it doesn't ring when you call out.
Oh, right. I'm sure that's the logic.
I assume. So also adding mythological weight to nothing. I always thought that the dots. Man, he's serious. He bit that game.
He's ready for Christmas.
I always thought the dots on his belly would have meant something or did something, or they don't.
Maybe they did in Sentai.
I don't think they even like come together like a Death Star laser beam.
No, do they anywhere? I'm not sure.
I don't remember, but I don't think so.
I think they just blink a lot and make cool noises.
I think they're just there because there's 6 dots and that he's the 6th Ranger.
So, Alpha's going to be able to bring back Zordon because this is the last part.
What do we even need Billy for?
Billy?
Yeah. He didn't do nothing. Alpha saved the day. Also, that was really funny when it cut to Zordon's tube and you thought Zordon was going to be there, but it was just a tube. So
yeah.
Like Alpha's crazy. Right, Zordon? Right?
Oh, wow. Kimberly's putting it together.
Acting so weird because it's impossible that first day he was acting weird and the rest of the days I've seen him, he was acting normal.
Because we knew him so well before. Like, why are they just jumping to the conclusion that it must be a spell? What if he's just a not very good person that hooked up with a supervillain?
Yeah. Well, he's cute.
Really?
So...
They're just like, oh man, it all makes sense now. It's like, that's not the only possible answer. That looks fantastic. Like, the Rangers up on the roof?
Oh, yeah, no.
Looking up, that looks great.
Wait, did he jump on a higher roof than them?
I think so. He has the high ground. Thanks there, Jason. We're watching the show, and we can tell what's happening.
Hey, he's actually attacking them with a Zord. He's the smart one.
No, yeah.
Man, the bad guys are...
Well, are there, like, police in this? Did you hear cop sirens?
There's no police in Angel Grove.
None at all.
Well, except for that one guy that teams up with Vulcan Skull. But that speaks for itself.
Well, you know, another reason that this seemed like such a big deal, I think, is because, like, it feels like the Zord battles are in the middle of a city. They're always just, like, out in the middle of open nothing.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, right?
Oh, they do blink, and they make noises that go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah, my
Hey,
Dragonzord does that too.
hey, I'm gonna give you some advice. Look out for the
Yes.
tail. That the
Sorry, what?
that big monster's coming toward us. Look out for the tail. You know he's swinging the tail at us. Watch out.
It's kind of a big giant thing that could hurt us if he swings it. So we got Zordon back. I don't know how that's really gonna, help anything, but
Hey Zorda, I'm gonna
there he
tell you this.
is.
But all the Zords fell in the volcano and they're dead. Oh, we're not gonna address that. Okay.
We're not even gonna.
I mean, maybe the red one because he comes out of the fire,
Well,
but everybody else. I don't think
Zordon did say something about the Sword of Darkness there, so maybe there is some sort of payoff to that.
Oh, maybe they break it and that's what breaks the spell. But that wouldn't make any sense because he was under the spell before the sword.
He had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also a little bit clunky that he's got a dagger and a
Hey,
sword.
they actually are addressing the Zords in the lava. They're rising out of the lava.
Yeah.
That's kind of
So
cool.
apparently they can withstand that.
Well, they're dinosaurs.
Okay.
It was the Ice
I
Age
mean
that
that
killed the dinosaurs, not the Fire Age.
I mean it sure seemed like they were down for the count there last episode, but
Well, it was because the crevice closed on them. That was the thing. It wasn't the fire.
oh, it wasn't lava.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
the.
But later on when they do finally get taken out, it's not going to seem like it was by any larger or greater or like, more scary of a force.
Do they ever actually get taken out?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they get destroyed. That's why they have to get the I think.
No, because the
Isn't that why they have to get
Thunderzords
the
are
Thunder
them
Sword?
upgraded.
Is it?
Yeah, because remember it shows them, and then lightning hits them, and they turn to the.
Maybe what I'm remembering was this, and thinking that that's where they got destroyed.
No,
It's
but
been
then
too
they
long
switch
since
to
I
the
watched
Ninja
this.
Zords, and I don't know what happens there. Um,
Well, they have to switch to the Ninja Zords because they lose the power to
hey,
Power
they're
Ranger.
like Zord fighting. This is cool.
Yeah,
You don't see this very often. By the way, he was watching out for the tail. He grabbed
I,
it before he
I
hit
I don't know why we're doing this commentary. Clearly, I don't remember anything about this show,
it. Oh, that tail was kind of crooked.
but we're doing it because it's fun. We feel like watching it. Wow.
Whoa, did you see that?
The Tyrannosaurus sword just like propelled itself upward with its own tail.
And then like drop kicked him.
Yeah, we got these crystal things. Let's use them.
Why do we even need a Megazord at this point? Jason's got this. What
Yeah,
we're taking a big. Where's Scorpina and Goldar this time?
yeah, exactly. This seems like dirty pool at this point. Like, seems like all we need is the Tyrannosaurus sword, and we're good. You got a whole Megazord just to fight a Dragonzord.
Why don't we just start in battle mode? Would that be easier?
It's a really good question.
I mean,
But then
it's not like they
but it's the
attack
same
us.
logic as we don't morph before we fight putties.
Well, I always feel bad for Kimberly because she's useless in tank mode. She doesn't show up till battle mode.
Oh, she doesn't? I thought she like flew over everything.
I don't know. I don't. I only remember one episode where they're in tank mode, and I don't really remember it that well. Because they get the Zords and they fight in tank mode, and the next episode, Zoran's like, "Oh, by the way, you can pull a Megazord." When you really look at it, the Dragon Sword doesn't really have much of a chance, right? Like
No,
they
that's what I'm saying. It's smaller.
they have like fingers and opposable
Wow.
thumbs. You know,
Okay, so he just beat. I mean, the Megazord just beat the Dragonzord like Mario 64 style.
well, actually, that's a move that Godzilla does a lot. I'm wondering if that's supposed to be a reference. Because Godzilla has a tendency to grab people, spin them, and throw them. And, I mean, the Dragon Sword is clearly an homage to the Mechagodzilla. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I'm sure the
Well,
American creators weren't thinking about
oh
that.
look,
Because we're
he's
talking about
fighting.
Power
He's
Rangers.
he's fighting with both the
Yeah,
sword and the dagger at the same time.
yeah. Oh, he's fighting with the sword and the gun at the same time. Okay, you know what? Even as a kid, I had the question. He has no lips there.
Yeah, I know. I always thought that was silly. I don't know how he's doing that.
Well, there's a little hole there he can breathe through.
Maybe he can blow air through it too.
Yeah, yeah, totally. See, this seems all dramatic in Japanese because they're brothers. Here, it's just like, hey guys, stay back. I'm gonna fight him.
I kind of feel like he's got a sword that's more powerful than his Dragonzord.
And we still haven't seen him shoot lightning. We know he can do that. He's just holding it. He's just holding it
Well,
back.
he sort of kind of just shot it through the ground,
Okay, we are
but
clearly in American footage now. Did you see the giant quality switch?
yeah, yep, totally different.
Also, I don't want to be mean, but the Red Ranger kind of pudgy. All right, see, we lost that sword. It'll never be mentioned or seen of again, and it's the infamous Sword of Darkness. And we're never gonna go back to that.
Well, they destroyed it.
Is it destroyed? I thought teleported. It was like all green and stuff. That's a
No, it was
teleportation
red.
color. Oh, okay.
No, it was red. It
I'm
looked like
colorblind.
Jason destroyed it.
I'm red green colorblind.
But you are right about what you said before. It broke the spell somehow, and that doesn't make any sense because the spell didn't come from it.
Okay, so he just woke up and is like, "Where am I? What's going on?"
Yeah.
And they're
Does he
just like,
remember any of it?
"Hey, help us. Help you what?"
What?
Uh,
Well, they know he can still morph.
but he doesn't even know he can morph. No, that's what I'm talking. I'm from Tommy's perspective. Help you what?
Yeah, I see what you
What do you
mean.
want me to do? Am I in a
Well,
gang now?
I think it's just a bad line. Like they shouldn't have played it up like amnesia because that's the only thing that makes it seem like he does have amnesia. Throughout the rest of the series, he will remember being the Green Ranger. He even has flashbacks to it.
Ah, he fakes it. You guys want people to think he doesn't remember? Because that would make him look weak. So, we're just gonna morph and dance here, right?
Yeah,
I mean, people make fun of the posing. Usually, I'm like, well, whatever. It's, a thing. That was silly.
yeah. And also, it's like let's summon the Dragon Zord again, just so that we can, make a big deal out of how we just had a slight status quo change.
Also, this is 5 parts and ends with "Let's be friends." There should have been a big monster at the end of this that they team up and fight.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is kind of
And
lame.
again, what happened to Goldar and Scorpion? Yeah.
Well, we can't destroy them because they're part of the main cast, but give me something.
No, but also why can't? Well, we could fight them. Whenever you have main cast members like that, you'll have big Zord battles, and they don't get destroyed because they're important.
See,
So they not get destroyed.
so why are we doing this? Why are we combining?
No reason at all.
Man, wouldn't it be really cool if we did this to fight a monster?
Yeah.
Um, but if I was the American team, I would have cut together like a fight from the next episode where they team up. So, in the Japanese version, that green candle that pops up out of nowhere in a couple episodes, every time he morphs, that candle goes down. I think that's something that they should have kept.
They should have done that. Yeah.
Yeah, put a ticking time bomb on it.
And the candle should have been there from the beginning.
Yeah, that's how it is in the Japanese. Every time he morphs, it makes the candle go down more. So we
But yeah,
know
it is
from the
really
beginning.
silly that they suddenly trust him.
Well, he's clearly when he was brainwashed, he was not smart enough to infiltrate them nicely. Because he would have done that from the start if he was that smart. I would have led with friendship, but
It'd be great if Zordon just showed up and was like, "Wait, this miniseries went how long? How did this take 5 parts?"
all right, Tommy. Now that you're a true Power Ranger, what made me not a Power Ranger before? Well, you were bad, yeah, but I still had a costume and power, and I was a Ranger. I don't understand. Why was I not a Power Ranger before?
If I were a new Power Ranger, the first question I would ask is, if the bad guys know what our identities are, why is it so important to keep them a secret?
I don't know. I'm really glad that Billy had that communicator with that green tint in the box sitting around.
Just sitting around. He was doing that in his spare time.
Ah,
He's
he'll,
like,
he'll come around
the next
eventually.
color's got to be green.
He'll come around eventually.
I mean, that's the next color on the rainbow, right?
I'm just gonna say, can we get a comeback for freeze framing on people jumping up high fiving? I think I missed that.
That needs to be a new that needs to come back. Yeah.
I would love it if the season finale of Arrow is just them all jumping up high fiving.
I would lose my mind if that
Also,
happened.
Avengers 2 should end with them all jumping up high fiving.
Yeah, also I think that we need more superhero movies that end with just like a really lame, corny joke that everyone laughs at.
Oh man,
I think we need more of that.
I so hope we get to the end of X-Men Days of Future Past and Professor Xavier's just like, I always liked Cowabunga. Ha ha ha! I made up funny.
I was gonna say Superman Batman should end like that.
That's
like
perfect.
like they just hate each other the whole movie, and you get to the end and now they're friends and they're just like
And Batman's
they
like
just
Cowabunga.
they just start cracking up at some really lame joke at the end. Well,
It's
anyway,
worth eating my popcorn.
it's like, well, it could have been worse. We could have fought an evil clown.
And then like a bomb goes off in Gotham. Batman's like, no, really, I have to go fight an evil clown.
Yeah, and then Jim Gordon shows up and like, I never said thank you, and he's like, you never have to.
Well, that's good because my wife is dead, my other wife is dead, and my daughter's crippled.
But look on the bright side. Now we have Wonder Woman.
Oh, and my son may be crazy, probably crazy. He's totally crazy.
Well, anyway, thanks again, everybody, for listening to us talk about the Green Ranger Saga. Eric, this was an interesting experience, yeah?
I said it should have been 2 episodes. I think this could have sustained 3.
I think if it had been, like really thickly plotted, even for, I mean, I don't know what that means for this show, but I mean, like,
with the plot
it could,
I think it could have sustained 3.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say that, like, it could have been 5.
Yeah, and I definitely.
I mean, if you opened it, all you had to do was spend a lot of the first episode,
having them get to know Tommy,
having them get to know Tommy, and then he becomes evil in the second one, so that the viewers are like invested in this character, they like him.
The first one.
Yeah, but that would be expecting some kind of like traditional storytelling that.
Also, I would have just taken whatever the next episode is in Sentai, and just cut together the fight from that at the end of this, and be like, "Oh no, Rita's got an ultimate monster. We need to combine to fight it."
Well, yeah, I wonder if the problem wasn't just they tried to use too much stuff.
I'm kind of curious how many episodes this is in the original.
Well, I mean, regardless of what the actual number is, it's just they're trying to fit together all this footage of things that, without what that story was, kind of seem random and don't really go together.
But I would also argue that even though it doesn't make any sense, none of the villain plans by Rita make sense. So it felt like she was up in her game, and she was. It felt like she was thinking for the first time in a long time.
Well, that's part of what's weird about it, because she'll just go right back to the lame kind of, normal Freak of the Week kinds of plots.
So I was just looking.
Just go with the formula.
I was just looking through the Sentai episodes to see if I could figure out when the Green Ranger shows up. I couldn't. Well, it looks like it might be 3 episodes, but I'm not sure. Anyways, there's an episode in the original series that I want to know what it is in America, because it's just titled Satan Comes. It's followed by Reborn, the Ultimate God, which is followed by Geki, Slash Your Tears.
Just nothing is ever that epic.
Teach me the Jewel of Bravery. I'm done. I'm done with reading these. Destroy the Dark Super Sword. Papa's a vampire?
Anyway, well, thanks again, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you again with another commentary shortly, I'm sure. I'm Captain Logan.
Terror, eat in an instant. I'm Eric.
Bye.